Welcome everybody, I am the Tour here and we're going to start for another video. This is updating you on the helmets for Oklahoma State. Each team gets a part of the entire video, so this is Oklahoma State's part. So, the new helmet in this game is this one that you're seeing right here. It is the black helmet with the one kind of not thin white stripe, but not real thick white stripe. One face mask, white OSU, and then it says Oklahoma State on the back with white number, and then the United States flag, and then the Big 12 logo in white. So that's the new helmet. Of course, you got your other helmets that have. There's two other helmets that have. That's the only new one as of real late. And of course, you got another one that is. Then the previous update, which is the scripted Pokes helmet, orange scripted Pokes helmet with the orange face mask. The OSU logo in on the front bumper, and then the same thick white stripe, and then the scripted post. Outline the Big 12 logo is white outlined in black, and then Cowboys, yes, Cowboys written on the back bumper with the number in white on the back of the helmet. And there you have this scripted pokes on the side. The other one that is new here is one of the black ones. Oop, we passed it. It's the black pistol pin helmet. That's one I can tell you when they wore all these helmets that I have revealed to you so far. I actually can reveal what they wore in each game from last year. So let's go into it and dive into that. I'll leave a link in the description below on where I found these uniforms and where you can find the uniforms hours, 2 hours before game time. What Oklahoma State is going to wear before game time. Because I found these on formerly known as Twitter, which is X. So, shout out to the person who does this. I know Oklahoma State posts on Facebook as well from their athletic side, so I'll leave that link in the description as well. With actual photos, these are like cartoon photos, so two variations of it, but we'll leave a link in the description for both those. And let's get into it. So, this one with the black jersey and the black pants, this look right here was worn in that Tulsa game that Oklahoma State lost last year. I wore this in an off-stream game yesterday. I will wear it in an on-stream game at some point, but this is the helmet uniform pants, the entire kit and caboodle they wore against Tulsa last year. Hopefully they wear it again this year so that they can turn around their luck with this uniform stuff. I know it went out of order, so we're going to go back and grab the one from Oregon, another loss. Of course, every game's a loss except for UT Martin. I'll show you that one as well. But the next one, it was a white helmet because they were white. Hold on. I think that was it. No, it was the white. No, A4. Yeah, that was it. Pretty sure that was it. Yeah, that's it. But not the black jerseys. It's the one with the orange and white pant. Oh, sorry, orange pant. Sorry. This was the look against Oregon. Verbatim. This was like I said. This was I'm pretty sure this was the look against Oregon. Let me double check that, make sure. Where I tell you, ew, ew. Not what I want to do. Let me get that, make sure on around that. J.D. Martin. Yeah, that is the, yeah, this is it. This is the uniform they wore against Oregon. So that was the Oregon uniform. So we move on. We've done game 3 and we've done game 2. Let's go back and get game 1 before we move on to game 4 of the season for Oklahoma State. So the next one is a traditional one. If I can find it here. It's their traditional white helmet and orange jersey and white pants. So this look right here was their game 1 against UT Martin. It's their traditional classic, you know, opening day, opening week, you know, kick off the season uniforms usually wear white, orange, white for some reason. I have no idea. There's a particular yeah, no stripes, white face mask, so plain yet so clean is what it says on this. I'm reading this, my thing from the Twitter page, so X page, whatever you want to call it. So that was UT Martin game. So now let's move on. So we've done UT Martin, which was this one. We showed you Oregon. I showed you Tulsa. Let's look at Baylor. This is the first orange. Okay, we had two orange helmets or two white helmets in a row. He has changed the face mask to orange and put some stripes on the side. Not the side, but down the middle. And that was what you got. And then you changed the white, white. Here's orange numbers, orange pants. And then you did all black for Tulsa, and then you did orange, black for Baylor, and I'll show you that in a minute. So it's one of the orange helmets, so you go in here to, where are they? Yeah, that one's still to come, I'll show you that one, is that it? Yes, yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let me get the live hands. This was the book for Baylor game. Alright, and now we're gonna move on to Arizona. This is just Oklahoma State uniforms. We're just gonna make this a separate video, not make it one long video with other uniforms. We're just gonna do Oklahoma State uniform combinations and predictions for the 2026 season based off these helmets here. We may revise that once we get more helmets into the game next year. If we do end up in 2027 getting more helmets, we do. But there have been no helmets taken out of this mix, however, so that weren't already in the. I mean, any uniform or any helmet in this game for Oklahoma State has been kept from 25 to now. So, or from 2024, excuse me, it's collegeable 25 to in collegeable 26. Hopefully, and it should continue to be. I'll see why it would. All right. So now moving on to once you've seen the ones from Baylor, move on to Arizona at Arizona's, which means it's the white jerseys. But no, they decided they were going to wear orange jerseys on the road, so they wore 2 orange jerseys in a row. First time they've done that, and especially worn. Not the first time they've worn an opposite color to what they should be wearing at home. They have worn white at home one time against Texas for homecoming. So you go back to the white, orange, white, but not the white helmet that we showed you earlier. Not this one. Still has the face mask. It's this one, the wide striped one. This is the look that they wore against Arizona, excuse me, in Game 5 last year. All right, moving on from the Arizona one to Houston. Um, uh, this is the look that they wore against Houston. All right, that's the look they wore against Houston. And then that was Houston, and then then they have had this is one of their next generation of a new helmet. So the first generation of new helmet was, I don't know, they may have worn it before today, for Tulsa, but that black Pillsbury helmet I think used to be in there as far as NCAA 14. In uniform condition, I don't have that ability to look back on that, but yeah. This one for sure is new. And then the next one is for sure new. I have not seen anything like the Pokes scripted one. You saw it earlier, but you're gonna see it again. This is the look Oklahoma State wore against Cincinnati. That was homecoming. They've always usually done new helmets for homecoming. I don't know why. I guess because it's a special game, America's Greatest Homecoming Celebration, and so there you have those. That's the combination. Uh, for Cincinnati, and then the last time Oklahoma State wore all orange was 2022. Oklahoma State wore all orange with another kind of another unique helmet. It's not a throwback helmet, a the one you see at the top of your screen, the Bucking Bronco one. There is the one top right hand, almost top right hand corner next to the scripted Cowboys and the black Oklahoma State pennant. Wedged between that and the full on Pistol Pete thing there. So that was last time Oklahoma State wore all orange prior to this game here against Cincinnati in 2025. So, moving on next to Oklahoma State's game against Texas Tech. This time we are going to go with the white with the black. We've had the white with the orange. Now we have the white with the black. We're going to go with the black pants. And we are going to go ahead, and that looks like an interesting combination, but we're not going to go with that. You know, that looks like an interesting combination. This look right here, just the plain black. We've had the plain white. Now you're going to have the plain black. So, that is the look against Texas Tech at Texas Tech. And then they've done all orange, all black. But you say to yourself, wait, where's all white? We're getting to that. Yeah, we're getting to that, but we're changing up the white jersey from the orange with the black numbers to the orange, the white with the orange numbers, excuse me. And we are going to go ahead and go back to the white helmet. And of course, it is all white. Of course. Is the white striped 2? The white stripe 2 is the... Wait, is it white stripe 2? It says white stripe... Hold on. Is that right? Plat... No. It is... Well, that's... Wait, hold on. It's supposed to be the white face mask... Hold on. If I can find it, let me see. It's like this, but without the scripted Cowboys. Is the orange OSU logo. Did not have that in the game? Hmm. It's this, but just imagine the black stripes being the thin on either side and the orange being in the middle instead. So that with the white pants, imagine the stripes flopped and still the white face mask. It was the look for Kansas. I just don't know why I can't find the one that they actually wore. Why it's not in the game, but it's basically this. Just the stripes are flipped, so instead of the two orange stripes, the orange stripe is thicker and it's in the middle, and then the white gap is a little bit thinner with the black stripes thin on either side. So that is the only difference between the helmet you're seeing on your screen versus what they actually wore against Kansas. So, but the rest from But the rest of them I can get without any problem. So, all right. So we move on to script 2. I think script 2 maybe. Yeah, script 2. Black jerseys. Trans. Think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. So this is the Leslie War against Kansas State. Exactly, not the stripes weren't flipped. This is the game against Kansas State last year, Oklahoma State War. So there you have it. That's that one. So I'm gonna go on to game number 11, ECF, and this is the one they just added. I don't remember when they added it, but it was the last update. Uniform helmet, whatever you want to call it. Last update. One of the last updates in say, or sorry, Collegeable 27, and it was called Black Helmet 2. This one's called Black Helmet 2. The Black Helmet is this one. Then Black Helmet 2, you're going to change it into a white OSU, and then you're going to go with the white with the black numbers, and then you're going to go with black pants. So this is what they wore against UCF. This is what they wore against UCF for game 11. This is what they were against UCF game 11. Okay. All right. If you want to screenshot these, you can screenshot these at any point. Then finally, Iowa State, which was senior day. It was black, black, or sorry, black, orange, excuse me, black. I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So this was the combination that they wore against Iowa State to close out the year senior day. So the white, the traditional white helmet with no stripe, orange jerseys, and white pants was the only combination they actually won in. But I don't think uniforms actually matter. I mean, they should keep record of who, how many wins they've had in certain uniform combinations. And I guess if you're superstitious, you could. But I played off recording the one that they wore against Tulsa, the all black with the pistol, the black helmet with the pistol speed head, and I actually won. So against the same team, might add you. So I think just mindset of the team in each game. I think whether you win or lose and how they play as well. So if you don't have a good mindset, you're not playing well. You're not going to win. But if you have a good mindset, you're playing well and you practice well and you got a good game plan going, you were going to win. So I think there was no combination that they had last year that I did not like. So again, that is all of them. Games 1 to 12. And now I want to do some predictions. I want to do some predictions for upcoming season. So let's take a look at that. This is what I may revise this at when once we get to College Football 27 and I get to see the uniforms actually in College Football 27. But as of now, based off of the uniforms we have in College Football 26, this is my prediction for the Oklahoma State football schedule. Not 2020, not 2027, but 2026. I mean, College Football 27, but the 2026 season. Of course, you got a spring game. We'll show you how to do that in another video as we get closer to spring game, which will be April 18th. The game comes out. So the spring game in July. Sorry, yeah, the game comes out in July. So the spring game will be in 26. The spring game will be the previous year. So next year will be in 27, and then it's always 1 year behind what actually is. And actually, the number of the game is actually behind what it actually is. So 26 came out in 25, 25 came out in 24. So Tulsa is the first game, and it's at Tulsa, so they're going to be wearing white jerseys, but they could be wearing orange. But I kind of doubt they were going to do that 2 years in a row with the team. So time to bring out. But you ask yourself, is it the white black or the white orange? I'm going to go ahead and say it's the white orange. I could be wrong. It's a 50-50 chance. Or that they'll wear, it's a 50% they might wear the orange with the white, or white with the orange and white with the black numbers. So it's a 50-50. It's what I say. It's 50-50 whether they wear the white orange or the white black. They're gonna wear one of the two. So, but if I were to have to say which one I think I'm leaning towards them, I'm thinking that they're gonna do. I'm thinking that they're gonna do this white with the orange numbers. Now, as far as the helmet, there's lots of possibilities there. We'll get to that last, but let's get to the helmet. So, I think they're gonna wear orange. I think they're gonna wear orange pants. They could wear white pants. They could wear white pants. I'm gonna go ahead and say white pants. So white jersey with the orange numbers, white pants. Now to the helmet. The reason why I did the helmet last is because you have so many combinations, so many more than jerseys and pants. So there's only so many options you can do as far as being the road team. As far as white jersey, you can either do white jersey with black numbers or the orange numbers, and you can do that with black pants, orange pants, and white pants. Yeah, orange, black, white. Yeah, but you have orange, black, white for the helmet too, but you have different variations of those colors. Do I think they're going to be wearing traditional white helmets and wear it all white and get the all white out of the way early? I don't think they're going to wear all white right out of the gate. I think they're going to if I were to guess at it, I would say depends upon what Tulsa wears. If Tulsa is wearing a colored helmet, they're probably gonna be wearing a white helmet. So which means that we'd be doing all white. But if Tulsa's wearing a white helmet, then Oklahoma State can wear, or they both could wear colored helmets, I guess, or they both wear white. But um, I'm gonna go ahead and say this looks nice. I'm gonna go with this: the white jersey with the orange numbers, white pants, orange script 3, orange script 3, which means it is the orange helmet with the black script of Cowboys outlined in white, black face mask, and the two stripes. The thin black one with space gaps between the each white thicker white stripe. That is my prediction for Tulsa. Now moving on to Oregon. I gotta go with a traditional white helmet, but we're gonna mix it up and say they're gonna wear the Pistol Pete instead of the OSU. I say to mix it up. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on this entire thing. I may revise it once I get to 2027, and I probably will revise it once I get closer to the season and I feel differently. But as of now, based off of the college football 26 uniform combinations and choices you have, I mean, you could have two new or three different more helmets add in and have even more choices because you wouldn't take away the choices you had now. You just add to it. So I say with the that one, I think I'm leaning towards orange, but this one is a comeback game for Oklahoma State because you're going to try to prove yourself and win. If they do beat Oregon, my chances that they're going to rush the field are, I'd say, pretty high if they beat Oregon. Even if they beat Oregon by 1 point, which I kind of doubt they're going to. But I say they're gonna go with this look. This is a pretty good look, so I think this is what they're gonna go with for uh Oregon. Now moving on to Murray State, I think they'll finally go with the orange jerseys. Murray State is gold and kind of navy blue, so and you got another gold and navy blue team, but that's gonna be a road game at Morgantown in West Virginia. So I think they're gonna go ahead and go with. I think they're gonna go with this white. I think they're gonna go with this white. I think they're gonna go with a traditional kickoff. They did it against the FCS team last year, but the FCS team last year was the first game of the season, and the first home game was against Oregon. So I think Oklahoma State's gonna wear this. I just don't see them not going the entire season without wearing it. I just don't see it happening for game one. I could be wrong. It could be flipped this one before Oregon and then the other one for Murray State. But I don't know. We'll go with that for this one. I may revise this again later on once we get to College Bowl 27 game, where we can look at the uniforms. But as of now, based off College Bowl 26, that is what we have to work with. So we're just going what we have in our grasp now. All right, now they wore. I think they're gonna wear the white with the black. They're either gonna wear the white with the orange here, and then the white with the black against West Virginia, or vice versa. Or they may do the same one for both of either one. So this is where I think they're gonna go all white. I kind of doubt they're gonna go all white. I think they're going with this one. This one looks pretty clean and nice. So this is their one against West Virginia. West Virginia, you have no idea what they're going to wear either. Oregon, Tulsa, Oregon, and Washington, or what? Not Washington. Tulsa, Oregon, and West Virginia, you have no idea what they're going to wear. Murray State, you kind of can tell because they don't have really many combinations. They're an FCS team, and FCS teams don't have that many combinations. Some do. But West Virginia is one of those teams that has multiple combinations. The next team, which is the first home game, and this is coming off the bye week as well. So this will be the game on October 10th. So this one, West Virginia one is September 26th. They have an off date October 3rd. Then they play October 10th against UCF. And it's a home game. They're finally playing UCF. I say they go black, orange, back to black. So you have name black, orange. Next one would be, if you had white, be the next one off the home would be black. So I think they'll go with black. I think they're gonna go with all black here against UCF. I think they're gonna go with that helmet they wore against UCF last year, but with the all black. So all black, just minus the pistol pete head helmet. Instead, they're gonna wear the same as they wore against UCF last year, but this time with all black. Now, all white for Houston, but question is which. I think they're gonna go ahead and go with. I think they're gonna go with pistol pete white too, which is pistol pete head white jersey with the orange numbers. I think this is their look for. I think this is my guess for their look for Houston. Colorado's the homecoming one, so they're gonna go with either a new helmet that they had never worn before, which is quite possible, but we don't have that. So we have to go with a combination. A combination. And I'm going with this combination for Colorado. It's a renewed matchup. It's homecoming. It's a homecoming game, October 24th, in Ben Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma. This is one I think that should I'm going to predict and pick them to wear against Colorado. Again, I will let you know. We will do a revised. We're gonna do a revised edition once we get 27, and we get to see if there's any more uniforms, and if there's any ones that we think could be in updates. May they wear one for it that we can't wear until after the next update. I would like to be able to get it before, but they are probably gonna wait until after. So hopefully they'll have one that's actually in the game. So there you have it. That's my pick for the Houston one, and then Iowa State is the next game out after that. And I'm gonna go ahead. That's a road game. That's the Ames. It's gonna be a tough one. I think they're gonna be wearing the white or the orange numbers. And I think they're gonna be wearing. I think they're wearing the I think we're gonna be wearing the Pistol Pete head one than this one, and I think Iowa State they I don't even know what they're going with. They have different combinations too. So if they're wearing all black, if it's a blackout for them, which it might be since it's Halloween. I'm going with this. This is Halloween like vibes here. So yes, the game is on October 31st in Ames. So and then Kansas State is in Manhattan. So you have two road games in a row. So I think they're going to wear orange pants though for this one, and I think Kansas State. You kind of know they may have a white helmet occasionally, but majority of the time it's the same look every home game for Kansas State. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it is. The other vintage one, the other vintage Pistol Pete one, I think they're gonna wear the white with the black this time and the orange pants. I think it's looking. Let's just look right here against Kansas State, then Texas Tech. Here we go, all orange. You gonna get the all orange here? No, you're gonna get black script, black jersey, orange pants. You're gonna get this look right here for Texas Tech. And then Arizona State. At Arizona State, you're gonna get this look right here. If I duplicated one, I'm sorry, I'm not taking snapshots of them. So, also, I will revise this. So this is not going to be the final look that I'm gonna say is my prediction. So, and then Kansas, I say, oh, oops, I'll say all orange there. But do you go with all orange they did last year? No, I have two ones, and I can actually show you at the same time. Really cool. How can you do that if you're going to show one at a time? It's going to be this one or that one at the top of the screen, which is the Bucking Bronco. I think you're going to have that again at some point here before too long. It's overdue time for that helmet to be revealed in the game as well. So I don't see why they have to have it. They can't have it. They can showcase it. I don't know if they're waiting for a particular game to showcase it and then showcase it this time, and they said, "Oh, that's a teaser." you can tease it or whatever. But yeah, if they make it to the Big 12 championship game, they're gonna go with they're gonna go with this look here in the Big 12 championship game. I'm thinking this look for the Big 12 championship game. If they make a bowl game, I'll give you two combinations there. If they make a bowl game, road bowl game, home bowl game, considered home team for the bowl game. Home playoff game if they get the chance to host a home playoff game. Road playoff game if they get to be on the road for a playoff game at a team's side. And then if they're the considered road team moving on to the next round after winning the first round, that's their look. This is a look if they get a chance to be a first round bye in the playoffs. So those are your postseason predictions as well if they make those certain games. Big 12 championship game, bowl game, any other scenarios for the playoffs. That'll do it. I will revise, of course, I will revise this as we get closer to the season. We'll have at least two more revisions, maybe more if I see more combinations come in 27. And also, as we get closer to the season, I may revise it a second time. Even then, based off of, and also I may revise it in the middle of the season. I may be like, as we get past one game and we're into the game two, what do I feel based off of what we saw in game one? How close was I close but not right on the spot? Was I on the spot? Was I way off? You know, did I miss the logo but the right color helmet? Did I the 50-50 wrong on the white jersey on a certain week? You only have two white combinations, so it's either have a 50% chance of getting it right versus a 50% chance of getting it wrong. You have more chances of getting it wrong for a orange or black jersey than you do for a white jersey. Because there's just, well, it's actually still 50-50. So it's 50-50 they wear white with the orange, and 50 that they wear it with, so it's 50% chance they wear with the white with the orange, and 50% they wear it with the black. So 50-50 there. And it's a 50-50 they wear orange, so 50% they wear orange, 50% they wear black at home. So, and I say, I wouldn't say a 0% chance. I'd say probably a this is separate. This is separate from the percentage that I give you. This is totally separate, so this is not going to affect the 50-50 for home. But I'd say probably a 20 to 30% chance they, maybe 10, between 5, between 5 to 20%, maybe 30% of wearing white at home. I say maybe a 5 or less percent chance they were orange on the or black on the road, especially orange. I don't know. They may do it. Depends upon what the home team does. Those road games are Arizona State, Kansas State, Iowa State, Houston, West Virginia, and Tulsa. Now, here's how you do a spring game. Well, we're gonna download a team. Actually, we can either download a team or create a team. We're going to say if we can't find a team to download, now we're going to create a team for that purpose and try to get these jerseys and stats. It's gonna be interesting. We may have to find this Oklahoma State white with orange in this font an image, and then put into there as a custom layer with the Big 12 logo and the Nike switches. It's easy to do, and that pants are easy to do. It's one color pants, and then the OSU logo on it's a custom layer, and then so you basically have 1, 2, 3 custom layers, and then of course your main helmet logo. So try to find that logo, and then do the stripes, and then or non-stripes. I'd say probably non-stripe. I'll probably just do the classic white helmet, and then you'll just have to do the white, 2 white ones, and then the orange and black ones. That's 4 jerseys. You can create up to 5 jerseys. You can do white with black and white with, or you can do black with orange, or black with white, orange with black, orange with white. I think we're gonna do the actual combinations that they actually have, and then create. You can get up to 5 elements. So we're just gonna create one helmet and just duplicate it. So no matter which combination you choose for the other team, with the orange and white or orange and black, then you're going to be able to do a spring game. So we do not have the time for the Tulsa game. It is a Saturday. It is not a Friday, so it could be a morning game. Could be an afternoon game. It could be a night game. But there is no Friday game in the entire season. It is all Saturday. Do I see them moving the game to Friday? No, because if they do make it a bit to a championship game, that will be a Friday. So their regular season consists of only Saturday. The only Friday that they possibly might have would be the Big 12 championship game, unless they move one of their other games to Friday, which I kind of doubt they would. Based on, I mean, I saw BYU moving theirs, but you can't move homecoming. And now, they might move West Virginia to Friday. That would be the only one with, but I mean, I can see them even playing that in colder weather, so, because it would be in Morgantown. So, but I can see snow, I can see this or that. But if they feel like they want to move it to Friday, they could actually move it to Friday. I kind of doubt they would. But that'd be the only one that has even a rare or not rare, but that's the one with the better chance of being moved to Friday. I kind of doubt they'll move Tulsa game to Friday. and they'll play it in on Saturday. But yeah. So that'll do it until this time. I know it's been a longer video, but here I'll leave you with this. Two new teams coming to college football 27. Sacramento State, moving on from FCS to FBS, joined the MAC, the Metro, or not Metro, the Mid American Conference, and then joining the Mountain West is North Dakota State. So the two new teams called College World 27 has been confirmed, which means the second year two teams have been added since the relaunch. Of course, the massive new teams between 14 and 25 were the majority of the teams, but between 25 and 26, two new teams in 26, which were Missouri State and Delaware. Now it's Sacramento State and North Dakota State, which makes me wonder, is the other Dakota teams coming soon? And will another California team possibly come to FBS like Cal Poly or something like that? We'll find out who the next two. I'll be interested to see who the next two after Delaware, or sorry, Sacramento State and North Dakota State. So that'll do it. Until next time, keep on everybody. We'll see you all in the next video.